This will be just one of many collaborations we see, not just in education, but within business and other endeavours. And we've also heard, though, about His Majesty's vision about the Education Hub, which is one of the things that attracted me in the first instance. But there's also been the drive towards launching the new strategy for enterprise within the country, and the recognition of the universities and the way in which skills will be key in terms of developing the workforce of the future. And that's where London South Bank University has a real strength, and where I believe that through our collaboration, the Applied Sciences University will have a really important role in terms of developing the skills and the workforce that this country will need for the future. So maybe now the time is right, and we're on the start of great things. I'd just like to say a few words about London South Bank University for those that may not know us too well. The university was originally launched about 125 years ago as a small institute. It was championed at that time by the Prince of Wales, very fitting, given this week's visit, and the Archbishop of Canterbury. And they led a lot of the fundraising activities because they believed in the south of London we needed an institution that supported the people of the south of London to reach the potential, and by giving them the skills and the support, so helping drive business and the economy within that part of London. And in truth, our mission stays pretty much the same today as it was then 125 years ago, even though the university's evolved through many steps. And our strategy only has 3 outcomes, you'll be pleased to know. The first outcome is around student success. And in that outcome, what I've tried to define as Vice-Chancellor is something that I've termed a learning pathway. And it points out that in the global age of technology, universities need to move away from the focus on knowledge. That's taken as read. And it's my belief that what becomes really important is the application of knowledge. But there are 2 other parts to London South Bank's learning pathway. The first is the extracurricular activity to build confidence in the students, volunteering and other activities that allow them to actually not just show they know the subject, but they can apply it and they have the confidence to go out into the world and apply it. And the final part of the pathway is the links to industry and professions to make sure the courses are current. And through applying that, we've seen in the last few years very rapid growth, some of the fastest in the UK in terms of graduate employment and student satisfaction. And it's something that I believe is a firm foundation for success in the future. So that's student success. The second outcome is real-world impact. And that ties into the enterprise agenda that I just mentioned. We've launched a number of new innovation centres, both in London and in Cambridge. And we're already now seeing, on the basis of that, multi-million-pound income generation to actually translate the research knowledge of our staff into practice with business. We've moved to the point where we have over 600 small and medium enterprises now working with us on an annual basis. A key part of the Bahrain enterprise strategy is how to engage with SMEs. And we have somewhere in the region of 7,000 students sponsored by industry and the professions studying at South Bank. Now, when you couple the fact that over 1,000 employers are sending 7,000 students to us to study and paying for all their costs, and the fact that the Times newspaper currently ranks us as 14th in the country for graduate starting salaries, on a simple principle that people only pay for what they believe is of value, I think that tells you that our approach to education is seen as being valuable to the business and to the employers and to the students of the future. So, student success and real-world impact are 2 of our key strands of our strategy. And as I said, our ethos hasn't really changed since we were launched that 125 years ago. But our reach has widened, and as the university community. Today, we serve communities globally. We have students from 130 countries, from Brazil to Bahrain, and all those students come to London South Bank to try and live up to our ethos about becoming what you want to be. And the diversity of the experiences and the backgrounds of the students is a great source of pride, but it makes a huge contribution to our success and the culture that we try and create within the university environment. And we want to build on our legacy of transforming lives by trying to actually work and recognise the need to now work in that global landscape. I said there were 3 outcomes: Student success I've talked about, real-world impact. The third outcome is about access to opportunity. And it recognises the work we do in country, working in partnership with business, but the need that we can only succeed by working in partnership internationally. It's about working in partnership with other people to provide access to that education for those that can benefit. And that was one of the reasons why I was so pleased when I was first invited to come to ASU, because the ethos of ASU, in terms of the applied nature of what it does, and its desire to prepare people for work and to engage with the community, aligns so closely with ourselves. So recognising the global nature of higher education, it makes sense that I'm standing here today alongside my esteemed colleagues from ASU as we build the foundations for the future. Between us, we're working to prepare the next generation of leaders and thinkers, enabling them to make a positive contribution to society by ensuring that it's not just what they know, but how they apply that knowledge as they move forward. And in this area of globalisation and interdependence, we know that no one university, no matter how large or successful, can ever achieve the ambitious goals that we can achieve together by fostering our partnerships. Partnerships which will work for the benefit of our students through exchanges, but also for our staff and for our local communities. And through those partnerships, I expect that we'll be able to develop the natural talent of our students and staff and support their ambition wherever it takes them. Our partnership commits us to working together more closely towards our common goal. It cements a partnership which will foster new teaching collaborations and add academic value for both universities through exchange programmes as we work ahead. And that, in the first instance, is, as you've seen, through engineering, but we hope shortly to also be expanding our collaboration in areas such as law and looking at new endeavours that can be of benefit to both countries in the future. It will enhance the learning experience of our students, facilitate knowledge exchange, and provide greater opportunities for students and staff both in London and Bahrain, creating the type of learning environment that we value most, one that's vibrant, globally recognised, challenging and supportive, and has that international standing and resource that's required to prosper. By developing the sense of global citizenship and understanding among our students in this new interconnected world, I believe that together ASU and LSBU will graduate leaders of the future, create wealth generation both for Bahrain and for the UK. But in addition to the teaching, we will also be looking to take forward joint ventures, looking at enterprise, looking at how we actually work with business to create new opportunities, both in terms of research and innovation. And that will hopefully lead to another ceremony, not in another 2.5 years, but in the nearer future as we move forward. So in conclusion, I would like to thank once again everybody who's worked on this. It has been a lot of work behind the scenes to actually get this to this point. I know that my colleagues in London share the same feeling of excitement and optimism about the possibilities that can come about as our two universities enter this historic partnership. And I look forward to seeing the partnership flourish. I look forward to seeing it become an exemplar for the future of higher education in what is a fast-moving, globally connected world. And that this education, the way we deliver it, will support both student success and have real-world impact that will benefit both the UK and Bahrain through our staff and our students and international collaborations. Thank you.
Opportunities for research, innovation, and enterprise will be our last speech by Professor Paul Ivey, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Research and External Engagement of London South Bank University. Let's all welcome him on the stage.
Excellencies, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be able to echo the sentiments of my Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dave Phoenix, in saying how delighted I am that our institutions have come together to launch this new College of Engineering. I can say with some authority the way in which our institutions have worked together to arrive at this position has been exemplary. The conversation between our academics has evidenced real partnerships, mutual respect, delivery and ambition for the future. Conversations have been easy. And as we have grown in our partnership, so the real extent of our shared ambition has become clear, and the excitement has grown. In the future, if we choose to look back, I do believe that we will recognize today's opening as the start of a famous and highly regarded educational transformation. A transformation built between two equally strong institutions working in partnership with each other and learning from each other. We have the responsibility to blend the best of Bahrain and the best of the UK higher education systems. And this is more than a superficial validation of new courses. The prime responsibility we have, of course, is to our students. Authority to teach students comes from evidencing research and professional practice, and then influencing curriculum and teaching. This is especially true of engineering, but applies equally to law, art and the creative industries, health and life sciences. The engineering degrees from the Applied Science University will be designed to deliver this advanced pedagogy through problem-based and blended learning. But also, these degrees will be informed through active and joint participation in technology and knowledge transfer, enterprise and entrepreneurship. I'm delighted to report that London South Bank University is ready to develop world-leading enterprise and entrepreneurship education in partnership with the Applied Science University, Bahrain. The UK Institute for Enterprise and Entrepreneurs has most unusually listed London South Bank University for 3 awards this year. The university as Enterprise Learning Provider of the Year, Anna Howard, an Associate Professor in Enterprise Education as Enterprise Educator of the Year, and Martina Echo, who is a master's degree student on a language translation course, as Enterprising Learner of the Year. Martina has posted a comment describing her approach to enterprise on our website, which reads like this: go for it, try, fail, and try again. Learn as much as you can from other people. Never stop reading. Build a network, make plans. Trust yourself and your skills, and never lose sight of the big plan. This was written as a message to other students, but it is a lesson for all of us, and indeed a lesson for this partnership. Last month in the US, London South Bank University was awarded the Global Consortium of Entrepreneurship Centers Award for Emerging Entrepreneurship Center, which honors entrepreneurship centers less than 5 years old and was created to serve a particular target audience with a specific purpose. London South Bank University has been nominated for the Duke of York Award for Enterprise for University Entrepreneurship by the National Business Awards in the UK. And we are nominated by the Times Higher Education Award for Entrepreneurial University of the Year. I list these not to boast, but to cement the idea in your minds that this partnership is more than validating courses. Dave Phoenix talks about deep partnerships, which are multi-touch, mutually supportive, and for the students and staff involved, truly transformational. This is what together the Applied Science University and London South Bank University will build in Bahrain. And in this year in which we celebrate 200 years of Bahrain and UK cooperation, we have agreement between our two universities for a jointly owned enterprise company, linking the College of Engineering with industry and small businesses in Bahrain and across the region. London South Bank University will be a strong partner in this development, linking academics to form joint research teams, a shared environment for research, and supporting a research centre in sustainable communities here in the country. We have already established regional offices for each other on our campuses. So, Your Excellencies, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you recognise some of our joint ambition for this engineering college as it builds over the next few years. It is built on the reality of our respective strengths and the real potential for higher education in Bahrain. It is built on some 2 years of careful, methodical planning and some respectful conversations. It is built recognizing that students in Bahrain and in the UK are, or wish to be, global citizens, and our educational offer must reflect this. Finally, as an engineer myself, it is built by engineers, and it is built to last. My warmest congratulations to all those who have worked so hard to make today the event it is, and thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming now to the most exciting part of our ceremony, signing the Memorandum of Cooperation. Let's all put our hands together and welcome to the stage Her Excellency Dr. Ramon El-Bloushi, His Excellency Mr. Simon Martin, Professor Ghassan Fuad Awad, Professor Wahib Al-Khaja, and Professor David Phoenix. Please on the stage.